So we're going to look at trigonometry, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA we usually do in these triangles, so they're a bit easier for us to know the order and what operation we're doing, whether we're timesing or dividing. So I've got SOHCAHTOA, if you can see that at the top. It's a bit not very clear there. So we've got SOH, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, and these are just the different orders depending on whether you've got sine, cos or tan. So if you've got sine, you've got opposite over hypotenuse. If you've got cos, you've got adjacent over hypotenuse. And if you've got tan, you've got opposite over adjacent. So the first one we want to do with our triangle is to label the sides. So the long diagonal is called H, hypotenuse. Opposite the angle is the opposite. This side we don't need because there's nothing on it. We're not looking for it. We don't need it. We're looking for this A and we know the H. So we include O and H. If we include O and H, we're using the SOH. We're looking for the O, that's the thing we're trying to find, so that's here at the top. So if I cover that over, underneath my finger, I have SH. So that means sin times H. So this is S times H. So that's sine of the angle, which is 37, times the H, which is 20. If I pop it into my calculator, I actually have a scientific calculator. I know some of you haven't. If you don't have one of these and you've wrote that, just give yourself as it right. Because in an exam, you'd have the calculator and you would know exactly what to do. Sine 37 times 20. So that there is 12.03. As I say, as long as you wrote down sin 37 times 20, absolutely fine. And our phone calculator is something difficult to use. Next one, this is the long diagonal, the hypotenuse. This time, that is the opposite, but we don't need that side. This is the adjacent, that's how we're looking for. So I'm looking for the adjacent, I know the hypotenuse. So I'm going to use the ka, because I'm looking for the adjacent and I know the hypotenuse. So I cover what I'm looking for, which is the A. That leaves me with C times H. So I've got C, so cos 35 times H, which is 75. Again, you pop that in my calculator. Cos 35 times 75. Should I put it back at there? 61.4. And always just check. I mean, this side's 20, so the short side's 12. That's about right. The long side's 75. The short side being 61. Once again, looks about right. Right, the next one, then this one. So we've got an opposite. This is the hypotenuse. The right angle always like points at the hypotenuse like that. So this side's the hypotenuse. So I've got my O, I'm looking for my H. So that's SOH, because I've got my O, I'm looking for my H. If I cover my H over, I've got O over S. So this one is O over S. So my opposite is 17. S stands for sin, angle's 24. So I'm going to type in 17 divided by sine 24. That side there is 41.8. Okay, on the last one then, I've got my opposite the angle. This is the adjacent, it's next to the two angles. So I've got my O, my A, I'm looking for my A. So I've got my O, looking for the A. So TOA, got my O, looking for my A. This is what I'm looking for. So I cover over A because what I'm looking for, I've got O over T. So my O is 90 over T stands for tan and the angle's 38. So I've got 90 divided by tan 38 and the answer there is 115.2. Okay, I'm going to do the next question on a different video.